आदरणीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्षा श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी, प्रधानमंत्री डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी, उपाध्यक्ष श्री राहुल गांधी जी, श्री ए.के. एंटनी जी, श्री जनार्दन द्विवेदी जी और यहाँ पर उपस्थित तमाम हमारे मीडिया के साथीगण, अभी जब आप प्रश्न पूछेंगे मैं कुछ चीज़ें ग्राउंड रूल्स के तहत 2-3 बातें मैं सिर्फ कहना चाहूँगा। एक तो स्पष्ट प्रश्न पूछें, केवल वो जिनका नाम लिया जाएगा, मैं कोशिश करूँगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग अकोमोडेट हो पाएँ। दूसरा, कोई सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चंस कृपया करके ना पूछें। और तीसरा, कॉर्डलेस माइक वहाँ पर हमारे मीडिया डिपार्टमेंट के लोग हैं, उनके पास में उपलब्ध है और जैसे ही मैं नाम लूँगा ये वहाँ पर आ जाएंगे आपके पास में और आपको माइक देंगे और आप प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं। और चौथा, सबसे महत्वपूर्ण, आप किनसे वो प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं, अगर आप प्रश्न पूछते समय इसका भी मेंशन कर देंगे तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। मेरी कोशिश रहेगी कि हमारे एजेंसीज के लोगों के, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया के, प्रिंट मीडिया में भी हिंदी, इंग्लिश और वर्नाकुलर सब लोगों को हम लोग मौका दें। लेकिन मैं समझता हूं कि आप हमारी इस बात को भी समझेंगे कि 300-350 की संख्या में बहुत ही कम लोगों से हम सवाल पूछवा पाएंगे, लेकिन सवाल आप सबके सब लोग रिपीट नहीं करेंगे तो मुझे लगता है कि सबके उत्तर भी मिल जाएंगे। तो मैं पहला प्रश्न मैं समझता हूं कि हमारे को एजेंसी से शुरू करना चाहिए और अजय कौल पीटीआई से अपना प्रश्न पूछे। जी, अजय कौल। ये कॉर्डलेस नहीं चल रहा है।
हेलो
हेलो हेलो हेलो हेलो can I speak?
Yes, please go ahead.
My question is for the Prime Minister, please. Sir, you just highlighted how your government performed during the last 10 years. But BJP and other parties have been accusing you of being the most corrupt government and they have been attacking your tenure continuously. What is your answer to this? Thanks.
The BJP attacked me because the BJP felt that I was a weak Prime Minister and that under their constant criticism I would run away from the job that the Congress entrusted me to do. I think I have proved them wrong and therefore any reason for anyone to believe that the BJP had substance in what it set out to argue. Corruption is an issue in a developing economy. Corruption cannot be wished away, but every effort has to be made to overcome these tendencies which give rise to corruption. The Congress Party government has done everything in its power to work out a blueprint, an institutional framework where corruption will be a thing of the past, and I am confident that the next Congress government will be able to overcome whatever tendencies may have been there with regard to dealing with corruption. We will be able to overcome those difficulties and that there will be a Congress government which would be a government which will answer the urges, the needs and aspirations of our people.
K.V. Prasad from Tribune.
My question is to the Congress President. Ma'am, the opinion polls give you a very dismal figure of the way Congress is heading in these elections. UP was one area where you got a rich harvest of seats. Is there a way you can replicate? And will the Congress challenge somebody in Banaras? If so, is there a chosen one?
If the Congress, Banaras? I didn't know.
Are you going to challenge the Varanasi seat? If so, is there a chosen one?
Most certainly we are going to challenge the Varanasi seat. We still have not decided on the candidate. Why should we not? And as far as the first part of the question is about how confident we are about winning the elections, is that the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Opinion polls.
Well, opinion polls, I frankly must admit I don't have much faith in them because they have been proved wrong again and again. If you remember, in 2004, the Congress was over, the story of the Congress was finished, and we were going to lose badly. Well, the story of the Congress continued. Similarly, in 2009, we were going to lose, but we won. We got a bigger number of seats than in 2004. So this proves that surveys are really not, we can't sort of go 100% on surveys. So I'm quite confident. I'm quite confident that we will do well. Our people are ready to fight. Many have already started the fight, and we will win.
Yes. Amit Mishra from Dainik Bhaskar.
हेलो राहुल जी, मेरा सवाल आपसे है। भाजपा के प्रधानमंत्री पद के उम्मीदवार नरेंद्र मोदी हैं और ये माना जा रहा है कि उनके पक्ष में एक लहर सी है। आप और आपकी पार्टी कितना चैलेंज मानते हैं मोदी जी को?
दो 2009 में इसी सेटिंग में यहीं पर सवाल उठा था कि कांग्रेस पार्टी की बहुत बुरी पिटाई होने वाली है, और यह सवाल आपने हमसे पूछा था, और आपने यहां आपके ओपिनियन पोल्स दिखा रहे थे कि कांग्रेस पार्टी को यूपी में 5 सीटें मिलेंगी। वही एनडीए की वेव थी, वही कांग्रेस पार्टी की पिटाई होने वाली थी जो 2004 में और 2009 में नहीं हुई। देखिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी यहां चुनाव लड़ेगी और जो रिजल्ट आएगा उससे आपको आश्चर्य होगा। जहां तक कांग्रेस पार्टी, जहां तक यूपी की बात है, यूपी में हमारा परफॉर्मेंस 2009 जैसा परफॉर्मेंस, रिपीट परफॉर्मेंस होने वाला है। अब आप इस बात को माने या ना माने, पिछला आपने नहीं, चुनाव होगा पता लग जाएगा। जो आपने मोदी जी की बात की है उसमें मैं थोड़ा 2 शब्द बोलना चाहता हूं। मोदी जी जरूर एक इंडिविजुअल हैं, मगर मोदी जी एक विचारधारा को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, और वो विचारधारा एक्सक्लूजनरी विचारधारा है, चुने हुए लोगों की राजनीति की विचारधारा है, लोगों को एक से दूसरे की लड़ाने की विचारधारा है। वो विचारधारा हिंदुस्तान को नुकसान करने वाली विचारधारा है, और उस विचारधारा को हर कांग्रेसी लड़कर हराएगा।
None times now.
My question is also to Rahul, Congress Vice President, right here where Amit was, same place. My question is that the primaries is your, beloved experiment, so to speak. But yesterday, your own primary candidate from Baroda, Sudan Mistri ji, to fight Modi. And also a lot of concerns in your own party, though they would not say it on record, about the primaries. One of the biggest criticism is that those who are electing the candidate are not elected members themselves. So on both these, please.
The primaries are a very small step. And the step is designed to demonstrate a very simple thing. It is designed to demonstrate that candidate decisions can be successfully taken with the input of large numbers of people. 15 seats in the Congress party have been chosen by approximately 12,000 members of the Congress. Each one of those 12,000 members has been given a guaranteed right to choose those seats. Now, that is an extremely powerful idea. Every party talks about involving people when they are giving tickets. Nobody actually does it. The Congress party has gone and done it. That's the first. The second point is that it is true that there are shortcomings. And this process must not be seen as a process. It must be seen as an idea. And the idea is represented here. The Congress party has actually gone and done it. That's the first point. The second point is that it is true that there are shortcomings in every new process. And this process must not be seen as a process. It must be seen as an idea. And the idea is represented here in this discussion as well. The idea is that 500,000 people have their voice in this manifesto. It's the same idea in the primaries, that we need to move away from very few selected people choosing who will represent people in this country. And I think it's a very powerful idea. It will only deepen.
No supplement.
Let me point that out. Yesterday's decision, the candidate himself felt that as it was a senior member of the opposition, the candidate himself felt that if the party felt that a heavyweight should fight that election, the candidate was giving his place to that person. There was another, you see, the important thing about the primary is the idea that 15 seats have been decided by Congress members, district presidents, bloc presidents, youth Congress members, NSUI members, Mahila Congress members, etc. That is the important thing. And that is something that we are going to carry on deepening. There will be issues in 1 or 2 seats, and those are things that, come in any process.
Thomas Dominic from Malayalam Manorama.
Mr. Gandhi, you have been fighting perceptions for quite some time. The latest has been that you have fallen behind BJP in the campaign front. Your Committee on Alliances has failed miserably in finding out new friends, and you are unlikely to get more seats from Andhra Pradesh or UP or Bengal or even Tamil Nadu, from where you got reasonable number of seats last time. My question is, do you have any game plan as of now in the coming days to make up for the lost time? Or are you prepared?
Previous NDA are not supporting the current incumbent, the current candidate. You have the BJD, who is not supporting the NDA. You have Mr. Nitish Kumar, who is not supporting the NDA. And there are others too. Sorry? Biju Janata Dal. And there are others too. On the other hand, the Congress party has an alliance with the RLD. It has an alliance with Lalu Yadavji. It has an alliance with JMM. It has an alliance with Sharad Pawarji. So, yes, it is true that we do not have an alliance in Tamil Nadu. And it is true that we do not have an alliance in Bengal. But it is also true that we have an alliance in Jharkhand, in Orissa, with the JMM, and we have an alliance with the RLD in UP, and we have an alliance with Lalu Yadav, which we didn't have. In fact, if you look at the alliances, we are pretty much where we started. And it's the BJP that doesn't have the alliances. That's the fact. Now the projection is different. The projection in the media is that everybody, all the alliance partners of the Congress party have gone and BJP is getting large numbers of new alliances. Well, they don't have one in Bihar. They don't have one in Orissa. They don't have one in, with one of the major parties in Tamil Nadu. So that's perception. Now, when it comes to perception, I would have to admit that the India Shining campaign was a brilliant campaign. Everybody, including you, was convinced that the BJP was coming to power with 250 seats. And then on the day of the election, the India Shining campaign evaporated. And it was exactly the same in 2009. The BJP has the ability to carry out campaigns like India Shining. And they're doing it right now. We will see what the outcome of this election is on the day the ballots are cast. And I'm pretty confident that just like the balloon of India Shining exploded, this balloon too will explode. Certainly, I have a slight understanding of Uttar Pradesh. And I can tell you, certainly this balloon is going to burst in Uttar Pradesh. 100%. Not 90%, 100%.
Javed Ansari from Headlines Today and Aaj Tak.
Can I just make one more point about that last question? You see, over the last 10 years, the Congress party has given India the fastest growth rate in its history. At the same time, the Congress party and the UPA have pulled out 14 crore people out of poverty. That's not a small thing. And we've done so on the back of our programs, and we've done so by allowing business to function. It is a fact that due to the global economic situation, we are not where we were in the earlier part of the term. But what one must understand is that the only way India is going to move forward is with a partnership that includes the poor, that includes the dispossessed, and includes business. If you try to construct a government that focuses only on business or focuses only on the poor, you will not take India forward. And that is the lesson of India Shining. That was the problem with India Shining. And I speak to my BJP friends and I tell them this. It is something that they do not grasp. That the future of India is the poor people in India. The human resources that we keep talking about, they are not rich. They are poor. They're sitting in the villages. They're sitting in the small towns. And those are the people that the Congress party works for. But we also realize that you cannot make those people thrive without unleashing business. So, what are we going to do over the next 5 years? We are going to put in $1 trillion into infrastructure. We are going to put in large amount of money, in more money into highways, more money into railways. We're going to construct a manufacturing backbone that is going to give millions and millions of people jobs. But we are not going to forget that the human resources, the future human resources of this country, the people who are going to build this country 10 years from today, 15 years from today, are the people who are living in our villages, the people who are struggling today in our villages, and we are going to give them a floor, as I mentioned, so that they can actually aspire to one day running their own business, to one day becoming powerful business people. That is the India of our dreams. It's fundamentally different than the India of the BJP's dreams. The India of the BJP's dreams, and this is my biggest problem with them, the India of the BJP's dreams is an India where few people run this country. And if one goes in that direction, then large numbers of people will question that idea.
My question is both to Mrs. Gandhi as well as Rahul Gandhi. You can choose whoever wants to answer this. Rahul, one of the issues that has been one of the issues that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has talked about very vociferously is the problem of tackling corruption. You even wanted to tear up the ordinance which sought to repeal the, which sought to amend the People's Representation Act. And then you go and give Mr. Ashok Chavan, who's been charge-sheeted, a ticket. I mean, doesn't this fly in the face of everything that you've been talking about?
May I answer the question?
With great pleasure, ma'am.
Well, the decision of giving Ashok Chavan a ticket has been taken by the CEC. And as far as we know, Mr. Ashok Chavan is not barred from contesting election by any law or by the Election Commission.
Yeah. Sanjay Jha from the Telegraph.
Rahul ji, I have a question for you. The Prime Minister said that Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister of India will be disastrous for the nation. Do you agree with that assessment, and why?
The Prime Minister is a very wise man, and on most issues I bow to his wisdom, and I tend to support what he says. I think the issue here is not an individual. We like to discuss individuals, but the issue here is an ideology. And it's an ideology that is basically questioning the fundamentals of what this country stands for. It is basically questioning the idea of this country. And that is why I am against it. Individuals, yes, you can have a personal like or dislike. But the real issue is the dangers represented by the ideology.
बहुत सारे लोग और सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं. हमारी कोशिश होगी कि फिर कभी ऐसा मौका हम लोग आयोजन करें. आप सब लोगों का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
एक्चुअली हिंदी में पूछ लेना चाहिए.
तो 2014 के लिए कांग्रेस ने अपना चुनावी घोषणा पत्र जारी कर दिया है. 2009 की तरह जन कल्याणकारी योजनाओं पर ही कांग्रेस का इस बार भी ध्यान है. सबको रोजगार, सबको स्वास्थ्य सुविधाएं, सबको घर, सबको दवा, सबको सामाजिक सुरक्षा, सबको पेंशन का वादा इस घोषणा पत्र में किया गया है. और साथ ही कुछ बिंदु सोनिया गांधी ने इस घोषणा पत्र के बताए, लेकिन जो हमें जानकारी है 10 करोड़ लोगों को नौकरी देने का वादा किया गया है जो हुनरमंद लोग हैं. लेकिन बड़ी बात जो राहुल गांधी ने कही वो ये कि यूपी में 2009 जैसे नतीजे दोहराए जाएंगे. जो लोग हमें कम करके आंक रहे हैं उनको जवाब मिलेगा. और साथ ही राहुल गांधी ने यह भी कहा कि मोदी की विचारधारा पर राहुल गांधी ने सवाल उठाए और कहा कि हमें कई सहयोगी नए मिले हैं, बीजेपी के पास नहीं है. और कहा है कि अब 2014 के जब चुनावों के नतीजे आएंगे तब एक नया गुब्बारा फूटेगा. जो बात कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए कही जाती है कि उसे कम करके आंका जाता है 2004 और 2009 की तरह, वैसा नहीं होगा. जो ओपिनियन पोल्स के नतीजे थे उस पर भी सोनिया गांधी ने यह कहा कि वैसा नहीं है. हम ओपिनियन पोल पर विश्वास इसलिए नहीं करते हैं क्योंकि 2004 और 2009 में जो नतीजे और जो ओपिनियन पोल दिखाए गए थे वो कहीं अलग थे, जो असलियत थी. राहुल गांधी ने कहा कि हमारे पास नए सहयोगी हैं, बीजेपी के पास नहीं है. हमें कई सहयोगी मिले हैं, एनडीए को कई सहयोगी छोड़कर चले गए हैं.
2009 में मैंने ही आपसे सवाल किया था कि अगला प्रधानमंत्री पद का उम्मीदवार कौन होगा. आपने मैनिफेस्टो में अपनी फोटो छुपाई थी, मनमोहन सिंह जी की दिखाई थी. क्या 2014 में भी आप बता पाएंगी कि प्रधानमंत्री पद का उम्मीदवार कौन होगा साफ तौर पर जनता से?
इस सवाल का जवाब पहले अब सबको दिया है, राहुल ने खुद दिया है. चुनाव के बाद पार्लियामेंट्री जो एमपीज जो हमारे एमपीज जो है प्रधानमंत्री चुनेंगे. क्या? हाँ, पार्लियामेंट्री पार्टी.
धन्यवाद. बहुत सब लोग हैं, जितनों से भी हम लोग पूछ लें, बहुत सब लोग फिर भी रह जाएंगे. हम दोबारा से मौका आयोजन करेंगे, दोबारा से प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करेंगे, दोबारा से करेंगे.